Welcome to our journey through medieval Britain. I bet you didn't know about the power and influence of the church in medieval Britain. Imagine a world shrouded in faith. Church bells dictate the rhythm of life, their echoes reaching across fields and into the homes of every soul. This was medieval Britain, where the church wasn't just a place of worship, it was the bedrock of society. Its power shaped laws, beliefs, and destinies. From peasant to lord, all answered to the church's authority. Its cathedrals stood as constant reminders of the church's dominance. Priests moved like shadows, shrouded in robes and whispers. Central to the priesthood was the vow of celibacy, a solemn promise to abstain from all earthly pleasures of the flesh. This renunciation was considered a sacred duty, a way for priests to devote themselves fully to God. Celibacy set them apart as otherworldly figures, bringing them closer to God. They believed physical intimacy hindered spiritual purity. This suppression was a heavy burden, creating a chasm between priests and the people they served. Despite the church's rigid doctrines, priests were not immune to the stirrings of the heart. Beneath the layers of robes and the weight of their vows, they remained human, subject to the same yearnings and temptations as any other. The allure of love, the warmth of companionship, the desire for intimacy, these basic human needs did not simply vanish with the taking of holy orders. Imagine a young priest, newly ordained, grappling with the isolation of his position. He sees families gathered for meals, feels the warmth of a child's hand in his, hears the laughter of lovers in the village square. These everyday occurrences become poignant reminders of what he has sacrificed in the name of faith. The constant suppression of these desires could lead to a tormenting internal struggle. Some priests may have found solace in prayer and devotion, seeking refuge in their faith. Others, however, may have succumbed to the allure of the forbidden, their desires festering beneath the surface of piety. While the church painted a picture of unwavering piety, whispers of scandal and transgression echoed through the corridors of history. Despite the risks, some priests succumbed to their desires, their actions hidden beneath a veil of secrecy. These clandestine affairs, often shrouded in rumor and speculation, offered a glimpse into the human frailties that lay beneath the veneer of holiness. Records from medieval church courts, for instance, reveal instances of priests engaging in illicit relationships, fathering illegitimate children, and even engaging in acts deemed immoral by the church. These records, often fragmentary and incomplete, offer tantalizing glimpses into a world where the sacred and the profane collided. Personal accounts, though rare, provide even more intimate glimpses into the struggles of those who dared to defy the church's doctrines. Letters, diaries, and confessions, often penned in secrecy and fear, reveal the emotional turmoil, the guilt, and the longing that accompanied these forbidden desires. Section 5. The Price of Silence. The Impact of Forbidden Desires on the Church. The suppression of such fundamental human desires had a profound impact on the church and its relationship with its followers. The strict enforcement of celibacy created a divide between the clergy and the laity, fostering an environment of secrecy and distrust. When rumors of transgression did surface, they shook the very foundations of faith, leading to disillusionment and dissent. The church's response to these scandals was often swift and brutal. Accused priests faced public humiliation, imprisonment, and even torture. Such harsh punishments were intended to serve as a deterrent, reinforcing the church's authority and the absolute nature of its doctrines. These measures, however, did little to address the root cause of the issue, the inherent tension between human nature and the church's rigid expectations. The suppression of desire only served to amplify its power, creating a breeding ground for hypocrisy and corruption. Section 6. Beyond the Cloth. The intersection of power, morality, and human nature. The story of forbidden desires within the medieval church is not just a tale of individual transgressions, it's a reflection of the complex interplay between power, morality, and human nature. It highlights the dangers of imposing unrealistic expectations on individuals and the hypocrisy that can fester when those in power fail to live up to their own standards. The church's insistence on celibacy, while rooted in theological ideals, had far-reaching consequences. It created a climate of fear and silence, where human needs were denied and transgressions were met with swift retribution. This approach, instead of fostering genuine piety, often had the opposite effect, breeding resentment, hypocrisy, and a disconnect between the church and its followers. By examining the struggles of those who grappled with forbidden desires, we gain a deeper understanding of the human cost of such rigid doctrines. We see the torment of individuals torn between their faith and their humanity, and the devastating consequences of a system that prioritized dogma over compassion. Section 7. Echoes of the Past. Lessons from a time of repressed desires. Though centuries have passed since the medieval era, the lessons learned from this period of repressed desires continue to resonate today. The story of the Church's struggles with celibacy serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of imposing unrealistic expectations on individuals and the importance of acknowledging our shared humanity. It reminds us that true piety cannot be enforced through rigid rules and harsh punishments. It must come from within, from a place of genuine faith and compassion. When institutions prioritize dogma over human needs, they risk creating a climate of hypocrisy and corruption that undermines their own legitimacy. The echoes of these forbidden desires serve as a reminder that even those in positions of power are not immune to the complexities of human nature. By acknowledging this truth, we can foster a more compassionate and understanding society, one that values honesty, vulnerability, and the courage to confront difficult truths. Section 8. Conclusion. The enduring legacy of forbidden desires. The forbidden desires of priests in medieval Britain offer a sobering reminder of the enduring power of human nature. Despite the Church's attempts to suppress and control these desires, they persisted, bubbling beneath the surface of piety and occasionally erupting into scandal. These transgressions, far from diminishing the Church's influence, often serve to highlight the inherent tension between its doctrines and the realities of human experience. As we delve into the annals of history, we are confronted with the enduring legacy of these forbidden desires. They serve as a testament to the complexities of human nature, the enduring power of love and longing, and the dangers of denying our basic needs. The story of the medieval Church is a stark reminder that true faith cannot be imposed, but must be freely chosen, and that compassion and understanding are essential for a just and equitable society. Please like and subscribe for more content on historical insights and untold stories.